And so we are well below average today and probably a little bit into tomorrow. But as we get deeper into your weekend, things start looking a lot better. And those of you who are hoping for an early feel of spring, you might be in store for something nice. But again, Sydney will join us in just a second to talk about that. One of the biggest stories reaching the airwaves right now across East Tennessee is water issues in Jefferson County. We've covered this over the past couple of days and continue to bring you this continuing coverage right here on Catch Up Quick on WVLT+. We know that things might be beginning to get to a resolution in Jefferson County, as it seems like leaders there have an idea of when they can possibly start addressing their issues at their water plant. Here's what we know right now. Jefferson City, the Shady Grove Utility District, telling us that Jefferson City Water has turned their supply back on. Their pipes and tanks are slowly refilling. And while this is good news, they still ask everyone to conserve water where possible as the system continues to recover. They're also reducing non-essential use that'll help stabilize pressure and ensure that water reaches all customers as quickly as possible. Again, Shady Grove Utility District saying that Jefferson City Water has turned their supply back on, but it will take a little while for all of that to reach their supply, to reach their tanks, their pipes, and then get all the way back up. We also do know that Jefferson City Water did find a leak in the Gentry Hills area. They say they have patched that now, and that should help water get to areas in Jefferson County that have not had it for a little while, but are now getting ready to receive it. And so this is now just continuing coverage of the water issues in Jefferson County as officials there begin to take a look at the situation in Jefferson County as they start to refill those water. Or refilled that water. We also know that Jefferson County Mayor Mark Potts has declared a state of emergency. This happened Tuesday afternoon. This was so that they could start getting more resources to be able to supply water to people in Jefferson County who needed it. And so they're actively working to get that water to everyone who has had to go for a little while without, and they're now starting to, things are looking up as far as the water situation in Jefferson County. But we also know that there is a whole lot that still has to be done in order to get what they need to do to get to everyone, and that is water restored to every area. City officials tell us that they were working to replace faulty filtration membranes at the water treatment plant. That's what caused the low water tank levels and then limited water access to parts of the city and communities across Jefferson County. We've heard from people this week saying they're starting to reach out to friends and family who are on the well system and asking them, hey, can we borrow a little bit of your water? Can I take a shower at your place? Can we use your well? And so that's a positive, a win for well users, but also Jefferson City Water saying they're beginning to make strides in returning water to everyone who relies on them for water. City officials, though, say that they did have problems back in the summer, but this situation specifically is a little bit different than that.
They started seeing a inefficiency in output starting in December. Contacted our supplier at Veolia. They've come to do lab tests. They haven't come up with a reason why, or lab tests have become inconclusive. They now have these samples at their main lab to dig deeper to see if there is a deeper issue with the membranes.
Yeah, so they're waiting on those results before they can properly tell everyone, hey, here is the 100% for sure issue, and here is how we are further addressing it. But we also know that there are businesses in Jefferson County who are taking it upon themselves to help out their friends and neighbors. We're actually talking about water donations, and one business specifically who's saying, you know what, we take care of animals daily. Now it's time that we take care of our friends and families who rely on us to help out their families, rely on them to help out our families. And so they went ahead and told our Grace and Thatcher, here's what they're doing to help out their friends and neighbors across the county.
A lot of our neighbors have had their water cut off.
The fear of no water, not only for themselves, but for their four-legged family.
I was just concerned, like, if their water gets cut off, where are they going to go? Will they have a place for their dogs? Will they be able to get water, or will it all get bought out?
It's scary not knowing like where their water's going to come from.
Now bringing a community together.
We just want to help our community, obviously. Yes, we care about the dogs, but we care about the humans too.
The Safe and Sound Paws initiative is gathering water donations across Jefferson County.
So community is everything. So if we can just help even that one family, like, hey, here's a pack of water. If that brings their, brings up their emotions just a smidgen, it's worth it.
With the goal to gather as much water as possible, their volunteers are driving to the homes of residents to deliver the water.
I hate to see anything bad happen in our community, but I like seeing everyone come together and want to team up to make sure everybody's taken care of.
Making their first delivery this morning.
Hey, our hearts are bleeding for you guys, so let us help you where we can.
That was our Grayson Thatcher reporting. Now, helping out Jefferson County while they are without water are their neighbors. Cott County is reaching out to Jefferson County, supplying a handful of pallets of water. This is Cott County Mayor Rob Mathis saying, look, we're stepping up to help out Jefferson County. Back when Hurricane Helene hit in September of 2024, Jefferson County did what they had to help us out. So now we're returning the favor. They said specifically Jefferson County helped them out, gave them water because at the time, they didn't have water to supply to their hospital, and that made quite a big difference at the time for Cott County. And so Mayor Rob Mathis again saying we're helping out our friends and neighbors. But again, it's everyone in Cott County who's stepping up to help with this, or in Jefferson County rather, and across East Tennessee trying to help out. There is some hope that Jefferson County has this figured out. Jefferson City Water possibly has some remedies to this in the short term, and then long term they hope sometime next week to be able to get what they need to and then be able to replace what is ailing this water system and start rolling from there.